Hello everyone and welcome back to Angie's Table. I did just get out of the shower and my hair is not fully dry, so it's probably gonna be crazy and really frizzy and all that, but ignore it. I was just in the middle of blow drying and I was like, I need to film this video before I can't because my sister is coming to pick me up so that we can head somewhere. But I was like, I need to get this video done because this is more important. So as you saw in the title, it was my birthday and I just thought this would be a really good video for those of you guys who are going through the same walk that I am. It's really hard to celebrate your birthday when you're going through infertility. Birthdays are normally supposed to be about celebrating another year in life and celebrating the future and just all the past accomplishments. But when you're going through infertility, birthdays are less of a celebration. It's more of a cruel reminder that time is passing and you're still not pregnant and time is running out and the chances of you getting pregnant are less and less and less and less and less. And birthdays are just not great. And I've been there and I know that, and that's why I thought I would make this video to maybe give you a different perspective. And one of the biggest things I learned during my journey of infertility is everything in life is about perspective. And I think perspective is very important. I'm saying perspective like 5 times. So I'll talk more about that, but I will just have some clips because I did record everything that I ate and how I celebrated my birthday, but it was like just all food, honestly. So I live in the Chicagoland area and we went to eat at a lot of different places. So I just thought it'd be cool to also give you guys a little bit of like restaurant review too. Just kill 2 birds in 1 stone. So I'll just have like B-rolls playing while I am talking. If your birthday's coming up and you're feeling a heavy wave of grief, anxiety, or even anger instead of excitement, I want you to know that you are not broken, you are not alone, because infertility steals a lot of joy. But today we're gonna talk about how to protect your peace, honor your feelings, and find a way to celebrate your birthday that feels safe for you. So when I went through 4 rounds of IUI and the round of IVF back in 2022, I believe, no, 2024. 2024, I went through all of that back to back, and I was at the lowest point of my life and I needed to do therapy for the first time in my life. I never thought I would need therapy. I always thought I was very strong. But one of the things that my therapist was mentioning was that I say should and should have a lot. If you're going through infertility, it's really hard not to say that. Like, oh, I should have tested ovulation strips. I should have, I don't know, just like eaten this. I should have not worked out. I should have worked out. I should not have, there's just so much and your mind spirals a lot. So with birthdays, it could be like, oh, I should have just thrown a big birthday party and hidden the fact that I wasn't truly happy inside, or I should have put on a happy face, or I shouldn't have gone there. There's a lot of should and shouldn'ts. And I think when it comes to your birthday time, just drop the should and shouldn'ts. The should, shouldn'ts, should'ves, all of those shoulds. When you're dealing with the emotional weight of injections, doctor appointments, or maybe you're not going through fertility treatments and it's just constant negative pregnancy tests and your emotional bandwidth is low, the best birthday gift you can give yourself is absolute freedom to rewrite the rules. So I feel like you should implement the no obligation policy. So if you're meeting up with your friends or if you're meeting up with your families and they drop the question of like, oh, any good news or anything like that, you can feel free to say, thank you so much for wanting to celebrate me, but I really just need like a low-key date. No, we are not. We will let you know when we are at the right time. And I feel like you should audit your social calendar. So if being around friends who have young children or are pregnant feels a little too much and even a little triggering, then I think you should be free to just entirely skip out on that schedule or just celebrate with them a different week because you're feeling extra low during your birthday week. Then I think it's entirely okay to schedule your celebrations with your friends for a different time or just entirely skip it altogether. And you can just say, I just really want to celebrate with my husband or just with my family, and that's okay. And I think that they will understand too. Infertility makes us hyper aware of the biological clock. So for me, every birthday was very depressing, and I started trying when I was 30 or 31. I'm not even really sure at this point. I think I was 30, right before I turned 31. Yeah, I was 30. And every birthday just felt like a deadline that I missed and something that I didn't accomplish when it's so easy for everyone else. I look back at my past years and I only saw grief and loss and waiting, and that's all I was composed of during those times. I want to challenge you with the whole perspective thing that I was talking about earlier. I want you to look at your reflection a little differently this year. You're not just a year older and waiting, you're a year stronger. Look at everything your body, your mind, and your heart have survived over the 12 months. Like, you've navigated one of the hardest journeys that people go through. I mean, they even say, there's like people who say that after cancer, a cancer diagnosis, infertility is like the next most stressful diagnosis. I don't know because I've never had a cancer diagnosis, but it's really, really hard. You've navigated some of the hardest emotional terrain a person can walk through and you're still standing. And that resilience is worth honoring and celebrating. But if the word celebrate feels a little bit fake or like too heavy, then swap it out for the word comfort. How can you bring maximum comfort into your day? Instead of planning like a traditional birthday, you can do like comfort day. Whatever brings you comfort is what you do that day. Treat yourself with the same tenderness that you would give a friend who's going through heartbreak right now. So some ideas that I can share: control the environment. And I know that with infertility, I was being very controlling this whole time, and I still am, and I'm trying to let go. But I think you can control your birthday where you can plan an activity where you're in total control. So a cozy movie marathon, or just ordering your absolute favorite takeout, or going to your favorite restaurants like I'm doing, or just like a quiet day trip. You can have some kind of like distraction, like maybe you book yourself an amazing spa day or a creative project. Some people just need a quiet day at home. Their life is just busy enough as it is with work and with other things, and they just need a day to themselves where they don't have to do any obligations. Or just splurge on yourself. That makes me happy too, when I can splurge. Although now we are really trying not to, because we spent a lot of money with fertility treatments, and we really need to get on this saving track. So I'm not gonna splurge, but instead I spent the day with like the people I love and the food and the restaurants that I've wanted to go to, and that was how I celebrated. And that celebration can look a little different based on where you are in this journey and what kind of person you are. Here's the hardest but most beautiful truth about this journey: two conflicting things can be true at the exact same time. You can be extremely depressed and sad about where you are, but you can still enjoy the really good piece of cake that you're eating. You can feel the sting of missing a milestone and feel deeply grateful for the partner, your friends, your family members who are holding your hand through it. Don't feel guilty if you're crying on your birthday. Don't feel guilty if you're truly just celebrating and having a good time on your birthday, even though you don't have a child in your arms. Let yourself feel the spectrum of emotions without judgment. When I talk about perspective, I want to talk a little bit more about the perspective that I was talking about. So yes, sometimes it's sad when you don't have the one thing you want the most in life, but you can look at it differently. Like for me, I'm thinking about, we were able to pay off our student loans because we didn't have a kid and have to spend our finances a little differently. I could not have decorated my living area if we had a kid, because all that money would have gone towards baby equipment and the baby room. For instance, like I cannot go to the amount of Pilates classes that I'm going to if I had a kid. I couldn't have gone on these vacations as free as I did if I had a kid. So I think you can choose to look at it with a negative lens of just always feeling depressed. And I'm not saying that that's bad, because it comes so naturally and it's okay to feel that. I mean, I have said to let yourself feel the full spectrum of emotions. Don't let yourself be in that position for too long, because I don't think it's healthy. And I needed professional help to snap back out of that mindset that I was in. And you can look at it with a different lens. So every day on your birthday, you can just look back and see, okay, so yeah, if I had a kid, then I couldn't have done this. Life is about perspective, and I hope that like the things that I have said were helpful. If your birthday is today, or the day that you're watching this, or it's coming up soon, I want to wish you a gentle, peaceful birthday, and I'm wishing for all the things your heart desires. But more than anything, I wish you peace and comfort right now. If you watch this video to the fullest, then please leave a comment below on how you celebrated your birthday, or What did you do to cope with infertility while celebrating something that in a way is great? Or what did you do to get through your birthday while coping with infertility? Let's fill and flood this comment section with ideas and support for anyone who needs it today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for always keeping up with me. Like all of you guys who are always, every time I put out an infertility video, you guys are just so supportive, and I just feel so much support from every one of those comments that I see, or even DMs or emails that I get. Thank you for sharing your time with me. I hope you take extra good care of yourself today, and I'll see you guys on the next video.
If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to